Hey friends, so today we're going to look at comparing fractions and some of the common strategies that we will use in class to compare any two or more fractions. So today we're going to look at the example of 3/5 comparing to 4/6. So one of the fraction comparing strategies that we will use is fraction bars. So fraction bars are something that you should be very familiar with up to this point. We have ones that we can draw. We also have various online websites that we can use as well. But we can see here that if we were to compare our fifths to our sixths are a little bit larger pieces. However, when comparing fifths to sixths, we can see that 4/6 are actually greater than our 3/5, just by a tiny bit. We can use fraction bars to compare two or more fractions by stacking them together. It is also helpful to compare them to our benchmark fractions of halves. A second strategy that we can look at is number lines. Now here on the number line, we can see that we broke this into, on the top we have it into fifths, on the bottom we have it into sixths. I have it highlighted up here just like the fraction bar. 3 out of my 5 pieces are shaded, so we're just a little bit over halfway. And then on the bottom, 4 out of my 6 pieces are shaded in, and again, we're just a little bit closer to that one hole. A third strategy that we will use in class is the crisscross butterfly trick. Now this is a really nice trick that you can use with any two fractions. All we're going to do is we're going to crisscross circle our numbers diagonally. Here we are multiplying across 6 times 3, 18 goes up top. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. Here we're going diagonal 5 times 4, which is 20. We know that 20 is greater than 18, therefore we're going to bring that symbol straight down, and we can see that 3/5 is less than 4/6. One of the last strategies that we will use is common denominators. Okay, so common denominators is an easy way to be able to compare fractions by creating a denominator where they have the same amount of pieces. So we can see here that if I look at my denominator of 5 and my denominator of 6, I know that a common multiple between those two is going to be 30. So I'm going to make my fractions equivalent and have them have a denominator of 30. So in order to do that, I'm going to multiply 3/5 times 6. Multiplying across 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times 6 is 30. 3/5 and 18/30 are equivalent fractions. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with my 4/6. In order to get that 30 as a denominator, I'm going to multiply my top and my bottom by 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 6 times 5 is 30. 4/6 and 20/30 are equivalent fractions. I can use these now to compare because they have that common denominator. I see 18 out of 30 pieces is less than 20 out of 30 pieces, therefore 3/5 is less than 4/6. I hope this was helpful. These are 4 common strategies to use when comparing fractions.